Africa's poultry industry is breathing easier after authorities reintroduced anti-dumping duties on poultry products. Now, with this reintroduction, tariffs have dropped for a year in 2022 amid food security concerns. But the government has reinstated duties imposed in 2019 to shield the local poultry industry, which has been facing setbacks from power shortages to high input costs. As featured in this report, imported chickens makes up 20% of the market, most of which comes from Brazil. Details of that in this report.
It was back in 2019 when South Africa imposed anti-dumping duties on poultry imports from 5 countries including Brazil, Ireland and Spain to protect local farmers. But on August 1st, 2022, the tariffs were suspended for a period of 12 months to shield consumers from higher prices driven by rising inflation and daily power cuts.
We ended up with farms having too many chickens on them, not getting the chickens to slaughterhouses or abattoirs, and therefore a shortage of chicken. And that impacted our financial profitability significantly. Companies subsidized the price of chicken to the tune of 3 rand per kilogram.
After a year, duties have now been reinstated, much to the relief of the local poultry industry. Chicken is the cheapest and most widely eaten protein in South Africa, with homegrown production feeding up to 80% of consumption.
When we started with the master plan in 2019, the industry was really at the brink of collapse. And when we analyzed the value chain of the industry, what we found was that actually imports or dumping played a major role in the distress that we were suffering at the time. We invested in excess of 2.1 billion rand in new facilities, expanding production capacity, doing transformation, adding more black farmers to the business.
Fellow BRICS member Brazil accounts for most of South Africa's chicken imports. It has drawn the heftiest tariff of 256% as the biggest culprit in the dumping of bone-in portions.
They are going towards specific countries and companies within those countries that are known to dump the excess produce or goods. This dumped chicken is sold far below its production cost. So in that sense, our local farmers, cannot begin to compete, which is what makes these tariffs a fair thing to do.
Consumers have been warned to brace for higher prices as the duties take effect. But according to a report commissioned by the South African Poultry Association, the impact is expected to be minimal. Najma Abdirizak, CGTN.